Heads up, guys. Welcome to the MVP Open practice round. I'm going to be playing through Maple Hill Diamond front 9 and back 9 with the MVP bag, and then Maple Hill Gold front 9 and back 9 with the balanced bag. So let's jump into front 9. These are the discs we'll be using in the actual MVP Open when it comes up. This is a tough wind. I don't think it clears long with the shift. So I'm just going to go straight out to the left. And oh boy. Barely cleared that safe. That's a close call. So definitely in the actual event, I'm going to need to throw that way more to the left, especially if I have that wind. I'm going to take a little bit of power off here, just so I don't want it to fly too far along. I know the shift flies a similar distance. I compare it to the Sapphire, and I throw the Glide Sapphire, and I throw regular in the game. Hole 2, whoa, this wind again. Actually, I think this wind will work well with the shift and keep it straight. A little bit of power off again and just over the wall. This is what my game plan's looking like. This is probably what I'm going to be doing for the actual MVP Open. Hole 1 and 2, going for birdie. Should be able to get those. They're quite forgiving. All right, hole 3 is one where I have to get the aim point right. I think it was about here, middle chevron base of that tree, and give that a straight pullback. And it's beautiful. That silly stump is gone, and we're right up here by the basket. I'm hoping this glide shift can actually make my bag. I'm not sure if I'm going to have access to one. That's going to be something I can ball to win. But if it can make my bag, it's going to be replacing the Skip Sapphire. All right, this is Parachute. Heavily powered down. I just want this to get to the ground. There we go. It got to the ground. I'm in putting range with the Watt. Whoa, can I grab it here? I can. In putting range with the Watt and see birdie. Going to hole 5. All right, hole 5 is this turnover. I know there are practice shows before. I haven't tried just going up. I think I need to go like big Spike-Heiser at it here. Yeah, forehand Spike-Heiser I think is going to be the safe play. Getting here for birdie. There we go. Yeah, the Spike-Heiser that forehand, even though it's understable, kind of made for that turnover the way the pros do it, I don't think that's going to be the play here. This one, I think, is the turnover play on forehand. Not turnover play, sorry. Heiser flip play on forehand, flip up. Hopefully right in the gap. So I'm going to have to give that a bit more. See a little bit of trouble here. It's going to be savable. Oh, is this going to be an opportunity for the tempo to shine? It's an opportunity for the tempo to shine. Okay, let's see if I can make this work. I think I'm around that tree. Forehand is going to take 30 feet of power off. I'm just going to go with my fuse power right here. It's a little bit raised, so that 60 is going to become 70. I'm going to do 100, but then that 2 headwind is going to add this. I'll go 80 power, give it the Heiser around here. Oh, so close. I'm going to try it again, see if I just get more Heiser that it needs. Oh, too much Heiser. Come on, one last try with this tempo. A little extra height. Give it the Heiser. Nice. Man, that's going to be so good in the bag. This tempo, if I can get my hands on a Glide 1, is absolutely going into my bag. I think the play here is actually the rhythm. Give it a little bit of Heiser so that it can get further up here without flipping right too much. I give it a little bit too much Heiser. The 69 feet, I throw it with this Watt. When I'm within 100 feet, I think it's basically the same as my fuse. So I'm going to throw this like 80 power there. Yep, same as my fuse. It should have been the 70 power. I tried to account for the wind a little bit because the Watt has less lift than the fuse. So I don't have to add as much adjustments for the wind. Here's the rhythm going to get here. Windbreak rhythm. Yep. That's going to be the event play for sure. Windbreak rhythm out getting up here. See, a lot of these, it's going to be nice having the game plan. Whether I can actually execute the game plan in the event, that's going to be a different story. But having the game plan and learning these discs through these practice rounds is going to be very helpful. I'm going to try just Teresa's line here. Just get up and hopefully clear that tree. I do. Skip over. And let's see if I can make the Watt throw in 114 feet with the glide watch. Downhill a bit. So I'm going to throw it like 100 feet of power. Oh, yes, that's beautiful. I do really like that Watt. If I can figure it out outside of that 100 feet of power, which is where I feel comfortable with it right now, and I can figure out what that 100 feet of power or 120 up to 150 or so looks like, that Watt it's in contention for making my bag. I'm taking the skip shift up here, getting wide, just want to make sure I'm up here on this landing and I don't have that wall all in my way. 66 feet with the Watt, so I'll throw my 70 power straight at the basket and just go straight. I found it does fade a little bit as I get out to further distances. That'll be something to figure out if it comes into my bag. This is going to be a glide shift and kind of throw it out there to hope I can clear the trees. It doesn't necessarily clear them well, but if you doubt, you're going to have a decent look here. 306. 306 is going to be roll rhythm. It's going to get me up to the base. It's not giving it a bid from out here, but the roll rhythm is going to snug up under the basket to get our next birdie here. I think 14 is the one I'm not sure what to do. Let's be on gold, though. This is so nice. I love this with the skip shift. Give it the hyzer. Oh, no, I didn't give it anywhere near enough hyzer. I'm probably going to try this again. Yeah, let's just try that again. I wished out on the hyzer. Don't be afraid to give these the hyzer. If you give it that hyzer and just flips up, and as it starts to come down this hill, it doesn't fade out very quickly, which keeps it going straight after it makes that turn to give a decent look at the basket here. This can certainly get down further with a better throw, but 60 feet of power, I think I'll get this. There we go, 60 feet of power. That's the birdie. I mean, the player B eagle. Moving to hole, what is this now, 13? 13 is the easy rhythm for me. It go roll rhythm right on the basket. It's going to fly straight down this gap, fade back just in time to get over to this opening. And that is absolutely perfect. So I say that too soon. All right, let's rotate the world putt. I'm going to switch to the glide watt just to make sure I get that distance and get that birdie in. If you're off to the left, you have a good chance of being able to save it. Off to the right, I think is a lot harder. You have a chance of having trees in your way that you just can't get past. 342 here. I got to make sure I get enough distance out there to clear the water. It does. And that shift, man, that's really nice. Once it got over there, it went straight. I have the problem sometimes with the sapphire fading off early left and even going into those trees on the left. The shift is nice there. Probably not going to be my default play, but a fun one nonetheless. So here's the windbreak rhythm, just to the left of the basket. Straight pull back for that wind. Should thread the gap and be here for a quick putt. I'm loving these MVP discs. It's going to have a hard time to fit them into my bag because there's so many other options out there. But I'm already thinking about changing up 3 discs in the bag. Here's the shift. Give it a little bit of extra turn out of the hand. And clear that tree. No. Let's try that one again. It's the practice rounds figuring out. Maybe I don't need to give it as much. Yeah, it does all the turn by itself. I didn't really need to add much at all to that. And as long as it stays out of these bushes, which it doesn't. Let's see, are we going tempo here? No, this is going to be rotate the world putting. I'll use the parachute to make sure I get the distance on the putt. Get out of the bush. And boom. Able to save. What would be the birdie? Bunch the par. Yes, the glide shift, that's going to go in my bag. I'm going to get the rhythm in the place of the river. That's going to get into my bag. Let's get this shot out. Here's a cool one for this eagle. If it gets through these bushes, is it gonna? No, it checked up right there. One more time, try and get that through. It's the glide shift. Make sure it turns enough. And if you park this basket, I think that's from the previous hole, you're gonna have a good look at this. The rhythm's gonna be making my bag. The shift is going to be making my bag. Let's go parachute here. And can a parachute putt this? That's crazy. Oh my gosh, that's insane. That just keeps going. Parachute's probably not going to make my bag just because the putting putter isn't a very valuable slot right now. But the tempo is going to make my bag because I feel like I need that slot. The harp's not working well for me. Get up, make sure this has enough hyzer to not go over the wall. Lots of room out here to the left, and it can skip out. If I get far enough left, I have a look at this. I didn't really get far enough left. So it's going to be the tempo coming in. Let's try and go just over my 200 power. Get up there. Nope, not in the basket, but it is up safe. That's the Maple Hill Diamond using the MVP bag. Next coming up, we're going into the Maple Hill Gold rounds, and we're going to be using the balanced bag. So this bag is very, well, I wasn't basic, but the basic bag is something different. Here is the Latitude 64 discs that the game was built on. This rive, I'm not sure will clear with that wind, so I'm totally okay bailing out early to the left. There's lots of time to make up a shot as long as I don't get pinched right behind one of those trees. We do have the new Mando in the game here. Let's go escape. A little bit understable and get through that gap and keep moving a little bit to the right. Oh, no. Well, that was just an unfortunate bounce. And we're here 57 feet. I'm going to go forehand with the fuse. Throw it in about 50 power and save that. And that's kind of breaks. Those are going to happen in events with that bounce over the wall. There's nothing I'd do differently if I threw that shot again. I'd do the same thing. All right, 379. So the escape again, a little bit understable. I think throwing the shift has actually gotten me more comfortable with the escape. This felt quite a bit short. I wonder, should I be going forehand rive here? Forehand rive might be a better play. Yeah, I think forehand rive will be my play in the actual MVP Open. This is uphill a bit, so I'll go 70 feet of power on the fuse and going straight into the chains here. The first time I threw the escape on a balanced bag, I didn't like it at all because I just wasn't ready for how understable it was going to be. But now it's growing on me. Let's take my old play with the rive on forehand and hopefully it gets up here with a look, especially that wind pushing against it. This is pretty far out here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this one. 106, that tight tree. I don't know. I might get that tree there. This is up to like 130. There's still like 110, maybe 120-ish. Is it going to? No. I totally wussed out. Didn't want to hit that tree. So starting out par. We'll see if I can improve this a little bit as we go in and make it feel like these videos are worth watching for you guys. But we have plenty of holes to go to hopefully make something cool happen. Here's the balance bag. You can totally take the fuse ace run. I'm forgetting it has this. Yeah, it's this. And 200 feet of power. Oh, go in. Go in. Oh, right off the band. I think the smart play there is to take a lot of that power off and just throw it up really short. Throw like 120, 130 feet of power for a really short throw and just make sure you have the throw in. All right, the musket should make this with enough hyzer. Get over the wall. Just don't try to go too far. And if you get over the wall, you're going to be here for a next putt for birdie. Get the pier in. A couple holes I'm most interested to figure out is 14 and 18. Oh, and the new 9 is going to be tricky with these bags. All right, make sure I get down low here. I don't want to give it too much hyzer, I think. Oh, is that too much? Or is it too much? It was too much. All right, let's try getting down a little bit lower. And a half disc. Because I'm okay with the outside lane. Yeah, that works out okay. One more, see if we can get this just right. Like 3/4 disc hyzer. Yeah, there we go. Down low with 3/4 hyzer is going to send me, oh my gosh, way past the basket. I missed my sapphire for this one. Do I have to take some power off? One more now. Maybe a little bit of power off. Yeah, there we go. Okay, gonna be the power down rive. Aim down, power down, a little bit of hyzer. There's a lot of adjustments to make for this hole, that's for sure. Take that one into practice mode. You can get the balance mode bag. No, not practice mode, but play with friends. You can get the balance bag. Let's see if the roll musket has enough distance here. It's usually the sapphire for me, but I don't like how little distance that had. All right, let's see if the rive can do it better. Yep, rive definitely can. So this one's going to be a rive hole for me to get up here for a good look at birdie. Just make sure you're adjusting the wind a little bit. You don't have to adjust the aim much at all, but do make that wind adjustment. Hole 8, the musket doesn't clear, so it has to be the rive. Let me get the height, hopefully get some trees, and take a little bit of power off. The trees will slow it down if it gets them. If not, it's going to be in here safe as long as it doesn't cross that line, which it doesn't. 75 feet with the 2 winds, so I'll throw a 60 power. Get in this for the birdie. Hole 9, the new hole 9. All right. It's very tempting to play this aggressive, but I just want to get up here. Oh, gosh. I just want to get up here safe. I didn't do it successfully. Aim up a little bit less. Man, it's such a tight gap to hit. All right, one more to see if I can actually get a safe one. Otherwise, I'll practice scrambling. Okay, that's safe. I definitely prefer something flippy off this tee, but there's not something flippy in this bag. You have to say, if the second shot, no use in going really long. I think just a fuse, kind of gently toss down this hill. As long as you're not crazy long and OB into the water. You've got a good look here across. Let's go musket out there. And it's going to get across onto this green for what should be the birdie if you don't mess up the first 3 tee shots like I did there. And that's the front 9. Moving now to the back 9, wrapping this one up. And let's see what we do on 14 and 18. 14 with the new wall. Has a little bit in my head. Oh, this is a rough wind. And 18, of course, the new OB. I think I got to go way out there. Actually, hey, this doesn't have skip. So I kind of like how this is going to leave me shorter. Because the skip can get too close to that wall, so you can't get over it. This is actually nice. Let's see. 69 feet, so it's 80. Because it's about 20 feet elevation. The 3 winds is about 50 power. And get that in. Cool. If you don't know what I'm talking about, take a quick look at the videos on my page. I have a video called Throw In Better after watching this video. That's when I'm talking about all these power adjustments. That's what I'm referring to. All right, this rive just got to get out here safe. Ideally, I want to be more to the right in these small trees. Well, where this path is great too. But as long as you're to the left in the big trees, you should be safe. I like the escape for coming in here. That little bit of an understable fairway. With part of what has me excited about the shift coming into the bag. The escape's not bad either. I mean, I'll take the shift instead for the extra distance. I can power it down and throw the escape lines. Okay, getting into this green. We don't even have skip. So it's about getting out to a position where I can see my way to throw down that hill. Not perfect. Let's see, I'm going to have to get over or between these little plants. I think it's a pier. Most of the power on the pier. We'll get it down there. Yes, it does. The pier has a little bit more overstability on the hope. So that's nice to use that as like my pseudo harp right now. Okay, this you saw earlier was the river for me. I think the escape is going to be the play here. That 3 headwind is giving this a lot more turn. So I went a lot further left and gave it some hyzer. And it's still flying down here. And I might have to play around with this and taking some power off to make sure if I don't have a headwind, I'm not flying too far. Because if the river gets me the right distance, the escape is going to go soaring past that basket. All right, here's the one to figure out. Let's see, how do I like the musket? I want to see if I can get the musket safely out to dry land there And oh, yeah, that's going to scare me away from the musket. This is going to be Rive. Let's just try the Rive out there. I think something like this will get me there. When I worked on the ace line, it was down low. Oh, not low enough. All right, one more time. Let's see a good line. Stop trying to get cheeky. Let's just throw what makes sense for the Rive out here and stall it out. Kind of do it the pros way. And yeah, that makes the most sense for the line. And this wall should stop you to have a look. So straight out, stall it. That's going to fall onto the green and get you parked here for your birdie. Well, not parked, but within like 60 feet. It's basically parked in Disc Golf Valley. 15, going to be escape again. That turn of the escape. I wish I kind of discovered this disc earlier to have that turn. Nobody really used, before the MVP disc anyway, nobody really used understable fairways. So I'm excited to have those understable fairways that are really usable coming into the game. Okay, I think I get out here with a really low Rive. Yes. There we go. And this will get down and be on this green. So screenshot that. I'm going to screenshot that and figure out where that aim point is. Make sure that get that aim point just right. And you'll be getting down here no problem. 2 holes to go. All right, 17. This is just a matter of getting out here safely and then probably not having much of a look at this. Yeah, not much of a look because it's going to be pitched around this corner with the pier on forehand. Make sure I take enough power off. I don't go OB long. And taking this birdie. I'm not expecting this eagle. It's probably going to be very few, if any, eagles coming out of this hole in the MVP Open with this balanced bag. All right. This is going to be almost definitely playing for par. Unless I somehow get a win that sends it just soaring up there. I don't think it's the right play to try and getting aggressive here is not going to work out. So the sticky pier, bring the power off a little bit. Yep, there's the power off. Probably give it a little bit more power. Let's see, so when I'm here at 357, can I give this like a 200 power? Oh, I could even go more. Can I go full send? Let's see if we can full send this pier. Okay, great. Full send pier on the second shot. That's what you're going to go to. Maybe the fuse if you want to get even riskier, but I don't. And here I'm going to go out 190. 190, maybe 180 was the right power, but that gets us in safe and gets us up to the green. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you learned some lines or something from my practice that's going to help you out at the MVP Open. That's coming up on Thursday in Disc Golf Valley. First chance to get those MVP discs. So good luck with your rounds. Thanks for watching and stay bogey free.